Welcome back to SceneTV. I'm Markus and we are at the Adelaide Festival Centre again for more of the Adelaide Cabaret Festival. We're in the home stretch now, but don't you worry because we've got still some amazing interviews happening, and one of them is sitting right alongside of me right now, the delightful Kate Ceberano.
Hello.
Welcome to the SceneTV sofa.
How's it been going?
Oh my God, darling, it's been wildly amazing. And you know what, I mean, we have Kate on our show quite often now, but never ever have we had our own sets. Oh my God, what do you think?
Look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's wonderful. Lots of colour. I feel great. I felt very happy that I came in sporting colour, actually.
The Adelaide Cabaret Festival made us feel at home.
Good.
And look, you know,
Yay.
done. Oh my gosh, honey, so much has been happening since we caught up last. We have got a plethora of things to go through.
I know.
But you know what, let's start off with this show. Tell us about the show with Paul Grabowski.
Well, Paul and I, we came together for a Valentine's show about 20 years ago. And it was in the Continental in Melbourne, which is the most beautiful environment for this type of concert with just a piano and a voice. And Fred Skepsy, a variety of other, you know, interesting guests and friends of ours. Fred's a dear friend. And also Fred has made many films that Paul has scored. So he's also been a great fan and friend. He sort of put together a list of all his favourite songs. And then just as a sheer Valentine's gesture to him and all our mates, we performed their favourite songs. And the tradition has continued. We've done another Valentine's show at the Recital Centre in Melbourne, and this will be our second of this now oncoming tour. The next tour I think will last about 3 months. We're going in and around all of cities and regional, everywhere.
Yeah, fun times.
Love songs. That's it. That's really plain, unadorned, but completely, you know, with our hearts on our sleeve.
Well, we need more love right now, don't we? With all the craziness of the world, you know what?
Needs now.
There you go.
Is love, sweet love.
Have you recorded that song before?
Yes, I have, in fact,
There we
and
go.
it's one of the songs in our repertoire.
Okay.
And certainly when you consider the recent events with Orlando and
Yeah, quite right.
it couldn't really, the artists at the moment can be the only balm, if you will, to soothe this tortured universe that's just going completely bonkers.
Yeah, exactly.
So music has to be really, it's got to be a part of everyday life.
Yeah, quite right. Now you've got a special affinity with with Adelaide and the Adelaide Cabaret Festival, of course. So when you had the chance to, come back over here and perform for this year, I guess you were just champing at the bit to say yes.
Absolutely. Well, all of us are so engaged, and we're also invested in the festival. I mean, every festival director that's been from its inception have felt that they were a custodian and taking on the next phase of its evolution as a bit like a babysitter, if you will. You know, the first person has the child, a sitter comes along, but they're no less a parent and a guardian, and, you know, so on and so forth. And I felt I had the cabaret in a great, you know, teen, just when a person's got their license to drive, that kind of vibe. And then we sort of like drove out of the front yard and into the great world at large. And now Eddie and, and certain Barry took it into a whole other international hemisphere. And Eddie and I think we got Ali and Eddie have got this sort of the construct of what makes up the cabaret personality. I think they've really represented that well within this festival. So they've been showing the fact that we are all tinkered from many crafts, singing, dancing, acting. That to me has been like a really important thing this year. And I'm very thrilled to be here.
Yeah, and look, I mean, amazing artists in the program, just amazing. Yeah. It's been such an incredible couple of weeks. Yeah. I've essentially just had a sleeping bag just down there.
I bet you must be stuffed.
Oh my gosh, another couple of days, I can do it, Kate, I can do it. Oh my gosh, hey, let's go back to a couple of interviews ago when we were first kind of like tinkering around, you know, talking about Anthology.
Yes.
Now, of course, it's out. Yeah. It's gone gangbusters.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah.
Top 10.
How proud are you?
Well, I'm proud on so many levels because it wasn't with a major. It's an independent release, you know, meaning of it. My company, my family, essentially have gotten behind it. They selected and helped select all the back catalogue material. Everything has been running on the website. All of the archival material that we've pulled up, all the interviews. It's all just been run from within the community of my family and friends, and so in a way it was a great tribute to someone like Prince, who I admired all throughout my career. you know, when you own your own material, when you're releasing your own material, when you're responsible for it, then you're no one's slave. And I know that the spirit of the cabaret, and I know the spirit of modern music today, is about not being a slave to anything or anyone. And I feel really good about that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Actually, funny you bring that up. One of our first interviews we did do, we were talking about Prince, and you had just seen his show.
That's right.
And
That's
you know, within how many months has it been? 6 months or so. How much has changed already? You know, now he's no longer here with us, and you know how important that show was for you to see. You know?
Oh, it was so important. Like a flapping tent, I feel like it took every edge that had been sort of like in doubt, or I'd had some reservations about being liberated from, say, this monopoly.
Yeah.
It was swift after his passing. I just went, that's it. You know, at this level of my career and at this age of my life, there'll be no more procrastinating. It's just, it's a swift decision. You either is or you ain't.
Yep.
And I love that, and I'm living by that sword, and I'm loving that sword.
With a big smile.
Indeed.
Yeah. And a big voice.
Yeah. Indeed.
Hey, let's come even closer to this now current date, to what's just happened recently. I am so excited when I heard this. It's like, yay, finally something amazing for somebody incredible. The Queen's Honours, the Order of Australia. How did you feel? That came out of nowhere.
I know. And it came out of nowhere, and there are so few of us in the industry who represent art and culture. I mean, as many as we can count on just, you know, both hands, really, which isn't a lot when you consider what influence the industry and arts and culture have on Australia. It was such an honour. It was such an honour. I, you know, being here in Adelaide, I know I've talked to you about this, and it's an ancestral home for me because we go back so many generations, but I'm constantly reminded of my grandparents and how innovative they were within their own lives and as artists. And, you know, they demonstrated such a peaceful revolution, and that I believe music is that peaceful revolution. It's a revolution that happens without a person even really knowing. All I know is that for every memory a person has, it may be very much that there's a music attached to that that may not even know, you know, it might be a lullaby, it might be anything. But my grandparents were that peaceful revolution for me, and they kept the arts alive within me, and to have it acknowledged wherever they are, I'm just sitting there and I'm just going, look at what you did, look what you started.
You know what, blowing wind up somebody's bottom now. When you are actually going to reflect on 2016 and you look in the dictionary, next to 2016, it's going to say Kate Ceberano. She owned it. We can say that.
Shit got real.
Yeah, that's exactly. Hey, oh my gosh, I'm loving games right now. I'm in my game. I'm like playing. Yeah, I do. So we're going to wrap up this little interview with a little game, shall we?
Sure.
Do you want to be fun?
Yeah.
Okay, flirty.
Yeah.
Let's play word association.
Oh God, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Better
Coffee.
than a Rorschach. Can't get enough.
Alcohol.
I can't get enough.
Sex.
Can't get enough.
Oh my gosh, snap.
It's the trifecta.
Oh yay, bang. Adelaide.
Can't get enough.
Favourite Adelaide restaurant?
Oh well, I love that South African. Is it South African? The cuisine that's sitting just directly across from where the Fringe Festival and
Africola.
Oh,
is that the
holy
one?
crap! They do this sort of. I don't even know what it was, but there was this mystery food that arrived as an entree. I mean, it's one of those ones where you just want to use your fingers and hands and I love it.
Yeah, no cameras, no paparazzi.
Yeah. No, I don't. I've never shied away being photographed eating. I think it's a good example. You must eat to stay alive.
We all need to. Adelaide Cabaret Festival.
My heart.
Eddie Perfect.
Oh, my soul.
Ali McGregor.
My clothes.
And last one, SceneTV.
Oh, my everything.
Oh, darling. We've been
you know
Kate
that
Ceberano.
I answered with double words for all of you. Like,
I'm
what
happy.
is that? I don't know what that means psychologically, that you said word association, and I think in terms of like mini phrases, double words.
You know what? It's a singer. It's an artist thing.
Okay.
It's what she does.
Okay.
We've been watching SceneTV. Actually, we haven't been watching it. We have been SceneTV. I'm with Kate Ceberano. You've been watching it. And we're going to see you again for some more. Bye.